Hi, welcome back. I'm Rusty because I haven't done this in about a month. So, hi, I'm Nick. I'm a graphic designer student and I like to fuse design and pop culture. Today we're making a poster. I have to stop moving my hands. Today we're making a poster for The Substance. I love this movie. It took me like a month and a half to start speaking about this movie. But I haven't had the time. Also, I'm sorry for being so late for being away for like a month. I just started working out and I had finals. I still have finals. What I thought it would be a good idea, since this channel it's about posters and design, and everyone and their mom is talking about The Substance, it would be a really nice idea to make a poster for it. So this is a disclaimer. Spoilers ahead. I'm going to be talking about the movie because this is kind of like a review. I don't know how to do reviews, so if you haven't watched the movie and you really care about watching the movie and not getting spoiled of everything that happens there, go watch it first if you don't want to get spoiled and then come back. Also, I hope you like the background. I love this blue, and you can even tell that I have dirty dishes in the back. So first, there's countless scenes of the main protagonist, Elizabeth, Sparkle, and Sue watching themselves in the mirror. So I thought it would be a really good idea to make a poster of Elizabeth looking at herself in the mirror, and having a broken mirror with like every piece of the mirror being someone else or being a different version of her. So I thought that would be a really cute idea. So I've been taking screenshots. Now, again, if you don't want to get spoiled from this movie, stop watching now. We have this screenshots that we have here. I love this part of the movie. I'm sorry. We have all of these screenshots. I told you there were going to be spoilers. And what I want to do, it's got this, either this or this one, and put her in the mirror like she is right now, and put a texture of a broken mirror in front of it, and all the pieces from the side or like in the middle or something have a different version of her in the movie. So, and also have the title card, which I love the design of this movie. I love it so much. It's so graphic design, Helvetica oriented, and I love that so much. So I also, what I want to do is use the phrase "remember you are one" from the movie. I also want to use all the versions, which is Elizabeth, Sue, and Elisa, Sue. I love the ending of, well, I kind of loved it. I will get into it. I love the whole idea of the movie. Basically, if you haven't watched the movie, we are basically watching Elizabeth, star from Hollywood, that it's basically getting thrown out of Hollywood because she's too old, and she gets the message, or the help of someone that gives her a pen drive that basically shows a video that gives you the substance. Basically, the substance, what it does is you injects the substance on you, and then a different, like whole person, like more younger and beautiful, comes out of your body. I loved and hate that scene at the same time. She basically takes the substance, and Margaret comes out, or Sue comes out of her, and start living their life. And you basically have to change every 7 days between the old version and the new version of yourself, and you have to respect that time all the time, because shits are going to like go really bad if you don't. And basically, what the first thing that happens in the movie is that Sue takes like a little bit, like 2 or 3 hours more than she had to, and Elizabeth's finger starts to rot. Basically, not rot, but like getting older, like really fast. Basically, Sue takes the place of Elizabeth, and she becomes famous basically, and people love her because she's hot, she's pretty, she's young. Basically, she starts having more and more days without asking, and once Elizabeth wakes up, she's like an old hack basically. She's really old. She has like her spine, it's all contorted, and she doesn't have any hair anymore and everything. And she basically, when she sees what she has transformed into because of Sue, she wants to kill Sue. But when she's trying to kill Sue, she doesn't want to because she realized that she has so much potential, but at the same time she wants to. And Sue wakes up, gets angry with Elizabeth, and kills her. So that's basically what happens. Then Sue basically starts going with her life again, but parts of her body starts falling off because she didn't took like the fluid from Elizabeth's back. So she puts the substance again on her body, and she does a copy of a copy, and everything goes to shit basically. She dies basically. The whole amalgamation of people die, and Elizabeth's face goes to her star in the Walk of Fame, and she dies there, and that's it. I loved the whole thing. Yeah, that was a really shitty overview. I know, I know that. But hey, I'm not a review channel. I just really like to talk about things while I'm editing. That was basically what happens in the whole movie. And I really like all the paths that the movie took, because, you know, they're really interesting. The themes of this movie, like the beauty industry and how basically everyone it's like replaceable, and how you can always find someone younger and more talented, or not more talented, just younger, and they could just throw you out of the industry. I hate that, but I love that they showed that in the movie, because it's something real, and it's something that happens to women more than men. Because you could see, like, watch every single like news thing on TV, and it's all old men and then all young beautiful women, you know, like there's not the same bar for everyone. That's something that I really like from the movie, because, you know, it's something real. So this is what I have so far. I love how this looks. I think the vision is coming together. I still have to play with the background a little bit. I have to change the background of every screenshot, and I think it's looking a little bit busy, but I still don't know what to do about it. I don't know what I'm going to do about the colors, but yeah. Also, the body horror in this movie, it's amazing. I love the difference between the first half and the second half of the movie. The first half, it's like all bodies. You see Margaret naked, and you see all the people that are beautiful around the movie naked and beautiful. And then the second half, it's pure body horror. I like that, like the whole cut in your back from Elizabeth. I love all the body horror. I still think that even though they've showed a lot, and that was basically enough for the movie, I don't think they had to show more. I still can think of movies that have done more disgusting body horror, but I think this was okay for the movie. Also, the aesthetics from this movie, girl, the colors that they've used, like the yellow coat from Elizabeth, and, you know, all the colors in this movie are beautiful. I love all of that, and of course I care about color. It's kind of obvious coming from me, but I love all the colors. I love all the places, all the reference to The Shining, and what is this director that I remember the name? Hitchcock? Kubrick. All the reference to all those directors, and like when the first time that I saw that hallway with like Shining inspired carpet, I was over the moon, because I realized like the second that they showed it. So I think by colors and representations, I think that this movie was really good. Something that I really didn't like that much about this movie is how you're supposedly are one, but you're basically a better, younger version of yourself, but you don't seem to have that connection between the like yourself and the clone. So it's like she's taking more days than she has to and whatever, but it's like that's the whole thing about the movie, is that you want a better version of yourself, but if you're not living inside that better version of yourself, what's the point? You're still not living, you know? That was kind of weird about the movie, and I don't know. I think that's also another thing that I think they could have done. It's probably shave like half an hour of the movie, and it still would have been great. I don't think almost anything from this movie was unnecessary to see, except for the last part probably, but I think it could be like they could have cut it to like an hour and 30 minutes probably, because I think it got too long. Like the last sequence, scene, whatever, when the amalgamation, it's the New Year's Eve party, and this thing, it's like the amalgamation, it's on the theater in front of so many people. That's blood scene. It's like, girl, we had enough. You know, like, it's not like we really didn't need it, all that blood. Not because I'm scared of blood or anything, because I love horror. I love body horror and blood and everything in every movie that I watch. But I don't think that was necessary. I think that they could have cut that a little bit more, and they could have done something, like they could have made this movie like in an hour and a half, and it would have been okay. But you have to appreciate what you have and what you don't have. I think the movie is long, but I think that everything that you watch, or almost everything that you watch in this movie, it's completely necessary. I think that the music videos between each, every music video that you had, because of like Elizabeth and Sue switching, I think they were kind of unnecessary until one point. I think the first one, it's okay, but like after that, it's like, girl, we've seen this before. Like, like the plot, it's getting slower and slower. You should like change this, but the movie is really good. So something else that I really love about this movie, it's all the reference with Carrie and The Shining, and also I think like you could see like death becomes her also probably in this movie. So I like all the references, and I think that if you really want to do a movie that connects with older people, or people that seen a lot of movies, I think those kind of connections are really good. If you're going like you're doing those references, like you're going hard on those references, and you're like, that's the whole point of the movie, it's kind of like too much. But in this movie, it's pretty okay. I actually really like it. I put the blood on the mirror because of one scene in the movie when Sue and Elizabeth are fighting, and I thought it would look really good in like, the broken mirror, you see the pieces of yourself, whatever. I thought that would be a good idea. I still think it's a little crowded though. I'm going to take a break and come back to see if I can do something to make it look better and less crowded. So yeah. So I redid the whole mirror thing. I probably cut it for you because that would be the same thing over and over again. But I redid the whole thing, and I took Elizabeth's hair out of the way, and I made like a shape to make it look like it's still part of Elizabeth, but different versions of herself, instead of like being like all over the place. And I think this way looks better. I finally got the text right, I think, and I feel like seeing the substance all like broken with the glass, I think it actually looks really good. So I'm going to keep going. I feel like I have to fix the lighting of these images and maybe put some filters and effects to it, but this is basically what I wanted to do. I think now it looks less crowded. So yeah. Also, what I really liked about this movie, it's how it plays with like your identity and how like you depend so much on what people say or think about you, and of course fame and everything. I know that not every woman in the world goes through this, but like a lot of them go through that, and even though you're not famous or whatever, you're still going through all the beauty standards and all the like the things that people put on you. Like you have to be smaller or thinner, or you have to be like, you have to have a perfect skin, or you have to, a lot of women, almost every woman go through that, even men. I know that I go through that. So I really liked that thing about this movie. Also the mirror scene when Elizabeth was going to go to a date with that random guy, and she was perfectly fine with how she looked when she started doing her makeup, and then completely shifts in something different. I loved and hated that scene because how sad it was, and I can identify myself with that a lot, and I know a lot of people could do the same thing. I really appreciated that they did that. So this is the final result. I love how it looks. I also put more emphasis on everyone's eyes. I really love how it looks. I still think it could need some work, but I'm doing this and like in an afternoon. I still think it could need some work. I still think it needs some work, but I've done this in like less than 5 hours. So, I took a break in the middle just to breathe, and know and understand what I was doing. But from what it is, I really like how it looks. So I hope you liked it. If you want to see posters from your favorite movies or whatever, what I always say about at the end of this video. If you want to see more, like, subscribe. Yeah, I think that's it. And also go visit my music channel and my socials that are going to be down here. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.